will have a greater
in fact, Mr. Secretary, every credible outside estimator says that the wealthiest win under this proposal and working people and the poor lose. They pay more. Working people pay more. That's the story of this big, beautiful bill. Help the ultra-rich and leave everyone else paying the price. Are you yourself a beneficiary of any provision in this bill? Will you personally receive a tax cut under the provisions of under this bill?
Two things, Congressman.
Yes or no? It's
we had a referendum on November 5th, and
Mr.
working
Secretary,
Americans
yes or
voted
no?
for President
Reclaiming
Trump.
my time.
And
Reclaiming my time, Mr. Chairman.
And two,
Mr. Chairman, I'm reclaiming my time.
And two.
So, Mr. Secretary, it's my time, Mr. Secretary. I'm asking you a yes or no question.
I'm trying to answer you, and
it's a yes or no question.
Saying it louder does not elicit an answer.
Well, not answering the question at all proves that you're evasive.
16 million Americans could lose health care, while billionaires collect massive tax breaks. Watch Congressman Horsford put Scott Bessent on the spot and expose evasions that reveal who really wins under the big, beautiful bill. The answer he refuses to give could shock you.
Thank you, Chairman Smith, and to the ranking member. Mr. Secretary, good afternoon. Does taking health care away from 16 million Americans lower prices for working families, yes or no?
I'm not sure what that question means.
The bill, the big, beautiful bill that was passed by this committee and the majority of the Republicans in the House would eliminate health care for 16 million Americans. I'm asking, does that lower the cost for working families, yes or no?
Again, which cost? Oil, fuel costs, food costs?
Household cost.
Sorry?
The cost that households have to cover every month. Middle class working people.
Again, I disagree with the characterization.
So the answer is no, the bill doesn't deal with that.
Well,
can you name one rural community whose hospital will be strengthened by this one big, beautiful bill? Just one, yes or no?
Again, I'm not HHS, but I will be happy to get to you on that.
I would appreciate that answer. 16 million people stand to lose health care. That's thousands of hospitals that will be affected. We're talking about jobs and families that will be impacted. Worse, we're dealing with these tariffs, which are taxes that Americans pay, which are raising the cost on medical equipment, putting further strain on rural hospitals in my district, but yet the billionaires under this plan will still get their tax break. Mr. Secretary, under the bill, who gets the most benefits? A billionaire with a complex tax return or a working parent with one W-2?
Under President Trump's first term, a greater...
Not the first term.
Well,
I'm asking under this bill.
Including this bill, in terms of percent, as opposed to absolute numbers, in terms of percent, working families will have a greater...
Well, in fact, Mr. Secretary, every credible outside estimator says that the wealthiest win under this proposal and working people and the poor lose. They pay more. Working people pay more. That's the story of this big, beautiful bill. Help the ultra-rich and leave everyone else paying the price. Are you yourself a beneficiary of any provision in this bill? Will you personally receive a tax cut under the provisions of under this bill?
Two things, Congressman.
Yes or no? It's
we had a referendum on November 5th, and working Americans voted for President
Reclaiming
Trump.
my time.
And
reclaiming my time, Mr. Chairman.
Two,
Mr. Chairman, I'm reclaiming my time.
And two.
So, Mr. Secretary, it's my time, Mr. Secretary. I'm asking you a yes or no question.
I'm trying to answer you, and
it's a yes or no question.
Saying it louder does not elicit an answer.
Well, not answering the question at all proves that you're evasive. Are you the head, the person that's the head of overseeing the implementation of our tax code, a beneficiary under the provisions of any provisions of this bill?
Again, this is an extension of an existing bill.
So are you a beneficiary?
This is an extension.
Okay, I will take that as a no. Mr. Secretary,
question.
Did the TCJA help increase the supply of housing? Yes or no?
Sorry?
Did the TCJA help increase the supply of housing? Yes or no?
I don't know. And
According to the Federal Reserve of Philadelphia, comparing the pre and post TCJA housing market, they found that between January of 2015 to October of 2019, housing construction in fact slowed under TCJA. So, Mr. Secretary, do tariffs on steel, aluminum, and lumber raise the cost of construction? Yes or no?
Again, on the housing point, the interest rates went up because the economy was stronger.
And under this proposal,
inflation was nascent.
And under a budget report that just came out from the Yale Budget Lab, they just released data showing that because of the debt that is going to be added by this big ugly bill, mortgage rates will increase. Are you aware of that?
I'm aware that
this bill is a disaster for the people of Nevada who are struggling with the cost of rent and the ability to afford housing. These are the pressing issues that my constituents are concerned about, and I hope that this administration understands the impact of the negative consequences of their proposal.
This administration very much understands.
I yield back.
The hearing begins with a question that seems simple, but it carries enormous stakes. Congressman Horsford asks Scott Bessent whether the big, beautiful bill actually helps working families, or if it leaves them paying the price while the ultra-wealthy win. 16 million Americans could lose health care under this bill. Families in rural communities, small hospitals, and households across the country could feel the consequences immediately. This is policy not as an abstract debate, but as a real force shaping people's lives. Bessent hesitates, twisting the question, asking whether Horsford means oil prices, food costs, or household expenses. Horsford pushes back, keeping the focus on what truly matters, the costs that families face every month: medical bills, rent, childcare, groceries. Every dodge reveals the challenge Americans face when policymakers obscure the real-world impact of their decisions. Policy is not abstract. It touches homes, jobs, and communities. Horsford then asks the question that exposes the core tension: who benefits? The working parent scraping by, or the billionaire with a complex tax return? Outside studies make it clear the wealthy are the winners, while middle-class and low-income families shoulder the cost. Bessent's evasions highlight a stark reality in Washington: the gap between policy that serves Americans and policy that serves the elite. Then comes the moment that crystallizes the stakes. Horsford asks Bessent directly if he personally benefits from the bill, a simple yes or no. Bessent dodges. This is more than political maneuvering. It is a vivid demonstration of how power can shield the elite from accountability, leaving everyday Americans to bear the consequences. This is the reality of governance that most Americans don't see. Evasions matter because they directly affect lives. Horsford goes further, connecting the dots between policy and lived experience. He asks about housing supply under the TCJA, the impact of tariffs on steel, aluminum, and lumber, and how these policies push up mortgage rates and construction costs. By grounding legislative language in real consequences, Horsford ensures Americans understand the human cost of political decisions. This is education in action, teaching viewers not just what happened, but why it matters to them and their communities. This exchange is a microcosm of a larger truth. In Washington, policy has winners and losers. When officials evade tough questions about personal gain, it is not a minor oversight. It is a warning sign. Transparency and accountability are essential. Horsford's relentless questioning gives Americans a rare window into the mechanics of policymaking and what it truly means for working families. For Americans watching, the takeaway is clear. Policy isn't abstract, and every citizen has a stake in understanding who benefits and who pays the price. Staying informed, asking questions, and demanding transparency is not optional. It is essential for protecting families, hospitals, and communities from unseen burdens. If you believe working families deserve accountability, speak up. Comment below. Tell us what you would ask if you were in that hearing. Share this video so more Americans understand who really wins and who pays the price. Every voice matters when it comes to transparency and fairness in Washington.